Hello, everyone. I know many of you, last time you saw Val and I up here together, we started breaking into a Sonny and Cher routine and singing, "I Got You, Babe." We're not going to do that today. We're going to spare you. And also, when Val and I are done talking, we're just going to go back to partying, and I didn't want to, before we lost everyone's attention, fail to give Lisa Rooney proper recognition and applause, and the hostess with the mostest. Lisa, thank you very much. And of course, thanks to Bob for accompanying her and doing a lot of yeoman's work along the way the last couple weeks.
Do I get her back now?
Yeah. So I promise to be brief. I'm going to just appeal briefly to your heads and your minds, and I'm going to leave it to my lovely wife to appeal to your heart, which she does quite well, those of you who know her. We've heard many testimonies here today. I think the testimony of that wonderful Mass says a lot about what the Legion of Christ and Regnum Christi is about, just the beautiful spiritual family that we have. This is a wonderful organization, and it's more than an organization. It is a movement. We have a mission. Our mission is to evangelize, to change the culture, to be apostles, to spread the word. And there's a lot of investment that goes into that. And when you look at the priests and the brothers and the consecrated in this room, they have really made a profound investment. They've invested their life in this mission and this cause. You heard a little bit of, a comment about 14 years. Father Michael, I'm not so sure why it's 14 years. I thought it was 13. Did you skip a year?
I was
A slow learner. But I think the typical formation for a legionary of Christ priest is 13 years. 13 years. And that is why these priests are so wonderful. That the formation that they have, the spirituality that they have is unique and it's powerful. When I think about this as an investment professional, they've invested their sweat equity in this. They are all in. This is sweat equity. You've heard them talk. The consecrated and the priests take a vow of chastity, poverty, and obedience. This is all they got. This organization survives, thrives, and grows solely on the generosity of others. If an LC priest works in a parish, sure, the diocese gives a stipend, but there is no macro support, so to speak, from dioceses, parishes, Rome, or whatever. So this wonderful organization, this energy, this charism you're seeing here depends solely on the generosity of folks like you. So they've put in the sweat equity. We need cash equity to grow and build the mission also. And, I want to thank all of you in the room who have worked with us as we've led up to this event. Many of you have been very generous. Those of you who have not had an opportunity to participate, I would invite you to do so. Again, there's no auction or anything today, but, there's an opportunity. You can talk to Pam Brown. We can take your information. But we would certainly love anything that you could do. We can't do this alone. I think one of the things that we realize, and one of the things that's instrumental to our mission, is encounter and evangelization. And so just like we want to touch the hearts of others, we also need financial help from others. So, those of you who are in encounter groups, Three to Get Married, Lumen, whatever it is, reach out to your friends, bring them along, let them experience this charism, and ask them for their financial support also. I think it's it's very, very important that we do that. We have this beautiful tree. You know, we didn't do the daily reading, the regular daily reading today. The reading today was the parable of the fig tree. You know, that pesky fig tree that wasn't bearing fruit. We have a tree that's bearing tremendous fruit, but we do need to cultivate that tree. We do need to nourish that tree, and we thank you for your help in doing so. Val?
Okay, he had the easy part. I'm just going to leave my teacup there for a second. Lisa asked if I would be the last talk, and I promise I'm just going to be a couple minutes. And I'm just going to put it out there. Mine is the ask, the God ask. The ask that has to be done with alertness and spirit and kindness. But you know, I don't really know anybody that likes fundraising. If anyone does, please see me after the event. And I don't really know too many people that like doing the ask. So I thought I would just start with a little something I found that really hit home. You know, I'm hoping that God's really been paying attention to everything, all these good efforts. The joy of asking. A fundraiser stood at the heavenly gate. His face was scarred and old. He stood before the man of fate for admission to the fold. What have you done, St. Peter said, to gain admission here? I've been a fundraiser, sir, for many, many a year. The pearly gates swung open wide, and St. Peter rang the bell. Come in and choose your harpy side, because you've already had your share of hell. I'm sorry, Father Donald, my spiritual director is here. I'll put that on my list. So the God ask, there's no good event and there's no good cause, there's no good mission that doesn't need support. And on behalf of the Legion, we are so, so grateful to all of you. We're very grateful for our legionaries. We're very grateful for our consecrated men and women. And we're so grateful for the brothers. Brothers, raise your hands. Come on, get them up there. And Brother Anthony, where? Oh, Brother Anthony is from the Bronx. There's something very special about these young men. There's something very special about this mission. And I love what Jeff said about the fig tree, but I have been thinking and praying about what I would ask for you today and what I would say. And I have a couple of thoughts. One thing that came to me, because we do have this beautiful view and we're in this beautiful place and it's such a lovely autumn day and we're on the water. You know, one of the things that we all know is that out there in society, there's just a lot of work that needs to be done. Our priests and our consecrated and these young brothers, our seminarians, are really our hope. Just as St. Peter sat in the boat with Christ, and he was told to go out into the deep water, because in the deep water we know is where it's the most difficult to evangelize the culture. In the deep water is where it's lonely and it's dark, and it's where souls are the furthest from the light. But I recently heard Father Martin Connor do a beautiful reflection. And he talked about the fact that when Peter got in the boat with Christ, Christ told him to continue rowing, to get out into the deep water. And it hit me that, you know, when you evangelize or encourage people or pray with people, or you give them an invitation to join something really great and a great message and mission, you need to go back out into the deep water. And Father Martin had said, you know, Christ knew He knew that Peter was really tired. That it wasn't a matter of Peter saying, you know, my Lord, we've been out there all night, nothing's happened. But he told him to row, and we all know what it's like to be in a boat and row when we're tired. But we have to row. And we don't just row for ourselves, we row to save souls. We row because we have to support this mission, our legionaries, our consecrated, and our brothers. And these brothers are very special to me, to us. They are the hope of the future of the church. They, in 10 to 12 years, are going to be our LCs. They are going to be doing the Mass for us today, and they're going to be having a confession line, and they're going to be doing the spiritual direction. But there's no way to get through 13 years of formation without us really continuing to build a mission that has a strong foundation and a structure, and we cannot do that without dollars. Now, we can do an ask, and we can do an invitation, and we can row like we're at a tea party. A dainty tea party. If you row with a teaspoon, you will not get too far. No rowing with teaspoons. This beautiful message calls for rowing big oars. So the invitation and the ask is, if you have given, we are so grateful. If you have heard something here today that has really moved you, the invitation is to continue giving. And if you haven't had a chance to give, please give. But I would ask each one of you for the greatest invitation is to leave here today with this beautiful sense of communion, this beautiful gathering, and go out there and invite someone into your boat. Row with somebody, get them involved, because we need to secure our future and our hope. And that's what this mission really is all about. We have beautiful diocesan support. I am so proud that my pastor is here. And I am so proud of all the friends and the family that are here. And we're very grateful, and we thank you. And we ask you to please continue to support us and to be bold in your invitation. Thank you.